Throughout the My Little Pony series, Princess Celestia has had more than a few moments where she seemed to know far more than she ever let on. Even all the way back in the Season 1 premiere, after Nightmare Moon's defeat, she tells Twilight, "I knew you could do it." Which really would have depended on a lot of unknown factors, right? But today, I'd actually like to talk about a scene from Horseplay, where Celestia asks Fluttershy of all ponies to play her part on stage. Now, it is plain to every pony just how difficult it can be to get Fluttershy into the spotlight for any occasion. But the speech Celestia comes up with here, and just how easily she can help Fluttershy put aside one of her deepest fears. I have to ask, what does Celestia know about Fluttershy that we don't? Because this is not the first time Celestia has chosen Fluttershy to take on a role she isn't comfortable doing. And to be honest, there may be an element here which will help explain why Celestia felt that Fluttershy was capable of befriending the spirit of chaos himself. Especially when pretty much every pony else thought that the endeavor was doomed from the start. I mean, given everything we had seen from Discord up to that point, would any of us really believe it was worth the risk? I suppose you could argue that Fluttershy was the only member of the main six who Discord couldn't manipulate through his mind games. He had to resort to a more direct method after all. But maybe it has to do with someone much smaller, and perhaps in some ways just as selfish and devious. One has to admit, putting up with Angel Bunny's more spoiled behavior would be an effective training regimen to eventually work your way up to handling Discord, wouldn't it? And I imagine episodes like Putting Your Hoof Down actually gave Fluttershy the bit of confidence and courage she needed to finally know exactly where to draw the line with her kindness when she would deal with Discord soon afterwards. And of course, Celestia would have known about all this from Fluttershy's letters to the princess. But again, this is a pet which Fluttershy has reared for years. How would Celestia know whether Fluttershy could handle such an impolite guest that would try her patience at every turn when they had little if any prior interaction? Well, I have to wonder if the writers had realized that an episode like A Bird in the Hoof during Season 1 actually helped fit all of these little elements into place, eventually building up to the decision Celestia made in releasing Discord to Fluttershy's care. Think about it. Celestia would know better than any pony exactly the kind of personality that Philomena had, and thus would also know just how patient, understanding, persistent, and most of all, kind a pony would need to be to take on the role of her caretaker. Which not only provides a bit more evidence as to why Celestia chose to trust Fluttershy with befriending Discord in the first place, but also brings us back to that scene in Horseplay. Perhaps the reason Celestia was so easily able to help Fluttershy put aside her fears here was because she's speaking from personal experience. I would guess that out of all the main six, Celestia might just relate to Fluttershy the most, even more than Twilight. Whether that comes down to choosing pets which show a bit of a spoiled nature in their personalities, having a calming demeanor which can ease tensions of even the most rage-filled beings, or knowing full well that Fluttershy would be the best choice to portray you on stage, even when being in the spotlight is one of her deepest known fears. What else do you suppose Celestia might know about Fluttershy that we don't? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.